Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah and today we're going to be doing a cash stuffing video for our very first paycheck of June. How are we already into the first week of June is over? Like, that's crazy. I can't. Today we're going to be stuffing $1,027 and let me pull it all out of here real quick. All right, so yeah, we are going to be stuffing $1,027, and I did count this before, or right when I got out of the bank. I go through the drive-through so they don't count it back to me, so before I even leave the bank parking lot, I count it to make sure that it's all there. So let's just go ahead and get this all set up. How are you guys doing? What is new? I miss talking to you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, but I really have because I just did a cash planning video. But I felt like that one was kind of rushed. So we have a lot to talk about today. I mentioned that we did our fence last weekend and it turned out so good. I will post some pictures of it. But let's get started. So let's first start with eating out in our weekly binder. And in eating out, we're going to do our usual $110. So we're going to do a 50, 2 20s, 110, 1 5, and 5 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's make sure we have 110 here. So 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 110. So yeah, we put up our fence, privacy fence last weekend, and it didn't go as we were hoping. So we went Friday after work to Lowe's, which is where we picked up our tent. Oh Lord have mercy. Our fence from. Drinks is going to get 70, so we're going to do 3 20s and a 10. And that's all that it has. We brought it all home, all the stuff home. We took one of the work vans because it wasn't going to all fit into my husband's truck. So we took a work van, drove to the nearest big town that's near us, which is about 40 minutes away. And entertainment's gonna get 10. We got everything back home and it was awesome. We made sure everything was there, got ready for the next day, and my husband went out and dug 2 of the holes that we were gonna need using a new post hole digger that we got, and we put up a section of fence. After we put up the section of fence, he suddenly freaked out. And I'm like, what? He goes, I don't have the right posts. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm supposed to have 4 end posts, and they gave me link posts, chain posts, whatever. So the way that we did it is we have a section of fence with a post on this side, a post on this side, right? So there's nothing holding into it. And then we have another section of fence. They're not connected. There's a gate in between, which is a whole different thing. And so they gave us, all of our posts were ones where you would continuously link the fence, you know, if you were going to do your whole backyard or whatever. So like on both sides, there's holes. Ours is only supposed to have holes on one side, on the inside. On the outside, it's supposed to be smooth because that's the side that you see. So we had to take it all apart because we were so excited. We just put the whole thing together. Supplements is going to get $35. So we'll do a 20, a 10, and a 5. So as we're taking it all apart, that's where I got my lovely little injury from. It's much better. It's still very tender because it was deep. It was like it gouged out my skin. Yeah. So while we were trying to take everything apart, it slipped. He also... I was bending over trying to pull something apart while he was using a screwdriver on the other side, and when he reached around to try and pull on his side, he took the screwdriver and nailed me on the top of my head. Thankfully, it didn't bleed, it didn't cut it, but oh my God, it hurt so bad. Anyway, long story short, he had to drive all the way back to the town that he bought it from, took those posts back, and the lady's like, well, this is what you bought. No, it's not. It's not what I bought. I ordered this. He had the receipt, whatever. And... then he went back to go pick out the rest of them, and every single one of the end posts were labeled wrong. They were all link posts or chain posts, or I don't know what they called them. So both sides had holes in them. even though they were labeled as an end post, which was supposed to have one side that had no holes. So he then was pissed and he called me and he had to drive to another Lowe's, which was a 20-minute drive away from where he currently was. So now we're an hour away from our house, and went inside, went straight back to where he was supposed to get them. They were missing. Nothing was there. Said the label was there that said they were there, but there was nothing there. And the store said they had 20 of them. So he's getting ready to leave and he turns in on this cart is a bunch of posts. And lo and behold, there's 4 end posts there. And they are labeled wrong, but they're the right thing. Go figure. So he looks around and talks to these other guys that were in the aisle. They said nobody else has been there. So he takes them and he checks out and comes home. But what was supposed to like only take us Saturday turned into all day on Sunday too, because of that whole debacle. And thankfully it turned out well. Long story. Sorry to bore you with it. But anyway, every single one of them was labeled wrong at the first store that we went to. Every single one of them. Oh my God, so frustrating. So 20, 40, 50, 65 in supplements. But anyway, we have a beautiful fence, and I can't wait we're gonna go get flowers tonight to put, hang on this middles of them, right in the middle, because right now it's just a big bright white fence. So we want to make it decorative, and I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. Betty and Ivy are going to get 50, and we just did a $50 bill. So now we have 50, 100, 20, 40, and 100, 150. All right, Energy, they are going to get $10, which is just 2 5s. That's all that they have. The good news is this weekend we have 0 plans. So I'm looking forward to just doing whatever we want to do and relaxing. So lawn care this week is going to get 10, and we're just doing a $10 bill. So we got 15. And then that is it in our weekly binder. All right, we're gonna move to our purple binder. And medical this week is going to get 25. So we did a 20 and a 5. I did have to pull out $45 out of here. I don't think I did pull it out, but let's see what we have. 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70. So 270. Yeah, I forgot to update my tracker. My daughter went to the doctor yesterday, so we have a $45 copay that she had to pay. But let's color in this 25 here. And we'll set this off to the side to dry. Okay, next up is prescriptions, and prescriptions we're putting $15, so a 10 and a 5, and I'm actually gonna have to pull this 5 out because she had to fill a prescription, and it was $5. So 50, 70, 90, 95, oh oopsie, 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, and 10 in prescriptions. The dentist is going to get what are we doing in the dentist this week? $50. So we'll do a $50 bill. So now in the dentist we have 1, 2, 3, 400, 50, 500, 50, 70, 90, $600. Is that right? Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's fill in this savings challenge here, or this tracker. Let's do this 20 and this 30. And that's 50. Okay. And then Vision is next, and Vision is going to get $10. So we have 30. Each of these are 5, so we'll check 2 of them. The vet, we are starting fresh and new because I currently have $1,000 in our pet emergency in our high yield savings account, which I will put up here. And we're gonna start this one, and this will just kind of stay in this envelope as cash to keep on hand. So we're just gonna start with 5 in the vet this week. This Cutie Savings Challenge is from Angela over at So Budgets, and I love it so much because it's my cat. It says Cat Mom. That's me. All right, next up is car maintenance, and last week we scratched off this 10 here. So we will be stuffing $10 into car maintenance, and my kiddos took out some money today and went and got each of them got their car washed today. So 200, 50, 70, 80, 81, 82, so 282. Yeah, and they took $20 out, so that is correct. So let's mark off this 10 so I remember that we stuffed it. And then let's scratch off one of these for next week. I need to get one of those scratching tools. Instead, I'll just use a penny for now. Whew, $12 next week. I don't know if I already said this, but this cute little Black Cat Gaming Savings Challenge is from Carly over at Spooky Budgets. I absolutely love all of her products, and I love her, and she just came back to YouTube, you guys. She's posted a couple videos. Go check her out. She's amazing. The city this week is going to get $10. So we have 20. We will color in one of these water droplets. And then we are going to do pest control next. And we're going to put $5 in here. So we have 20, 25, and 30. Let's check off one of these houses. All right, next up, we are skipping school and car registration and going to G's surgery. You guys, do I have an update for you? So we got a phone call as to when she's going to be scheduled for surgery. Like, we already know the date, so we got the time. And then they proceeded to tell me that our out-of-pocket cost was going to be, let me see if I can find my paper, because I about pooped my pants. Oh, I don't know what I did with it. 30, here it is, 38, 33, 52. Holy moly. So then I went into because I couldn't remember what our deductible was, what our individual deductible was, and it's $3,050 per person, unless you meet your family deductible before then. But I am hoping that they haven't taken into account that we've already paid our surgeon $800 and whatever, so that will go towards our deductible or to the copay, or the 30% copay that we owe. I don't know. So we're going to end up having to go on a payment plan for this, because I'm not going to be able to save up $3,800 to pay this off, which I told the lady. I was like, can I do a payment plan? She goes, absolutely. You don't have to pay a penny right now. After the surgery, there'll be a phone number for you to call. You can set up the payment plan, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to save up as much as I can in the weeks coming up, and we will put that down as a lump sum to try and pay off the rest. Whatever, it's neither here nor there. It's literally, hopefully, knock on wood, the only thing that we have to do this year, and we've met our deductible, and then we won't have to pay anymore. So anyway, this week we're gonna do $80 in here. So a 50, a 20, and a 10. So we have 150, 70, 80, 90, 95, and 200 saved up in here. And I do believe that it was the 20, 25, and the 35 that I was gonna do. Whoop. Okay, and then Dad's birthday, we are doing $75 in here. So we're doing, what did I do? A 50, 20, and a 5. So we now have 50, 70, 75, 80, 85, and 86. And I think this is the last time I'm actually going to stuff this. My brother did give me $100. Actually, he gave me $200. I'm going to give him $100 back because I do not need $200 from him. He's also providing some of the food. So I think that we're good. This will be good for us to finish out getting the food and the decorations, and we should be all set. So we are going to move along to my tan binder, and we're going to start in Advocare, and we are going to put $25 in here. So we have 20, 25, 30, and 35. Then next up is Beauty, and Beauty this week is going to get 30, so we're going to do a 20 and a 10. And now Beauty has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 95. Gifts this week is going to get $60, so I did a 50 and a 10. So now we have 50, 65, and we do have an open house that we could go to this weekend, but it's an hour away. And I think we are going to just send a check instead, or send a card instead. Gretchen's senior year, we are doing $15. So now we have 20, 30, 40, 200 in the bank, 20, 30, 45. So $245 saved up for Gretchen's senior year. So let's color in this 15. Doing pretty darn good, I guess. We only have a year to get this going because she is going to be starting her junior year in the blink of an eye. Household is going to get $15. So we'll do a 10 and a 5. So we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 in household. And then we are putting a little money in vacation. We're gonna do $5, so we have 15. Christmas is next, so we are skipping all of these. All right, here's my Christmas binder. I think once I fully stuff Gretchen's envelope at 500, I am going to, start stuffing my Christmas envelope and holidays and then just transferring it over into this one as I get money. So 300, 50, 400, and 450 in Gretchen's envelope. So total, six. We added another 50. We have $1,100 saved up so far for Christmas, which boggles my mind at the but at the end of the day, we're doing good. I just want to do better. It's the one holiday, like I said before, that is my favorite holiday because I love giving gifts and I want to not be restricted to how much I can give all of my loved ones. So all right, we're going to move to our holidays binder. We are only stuffing 2 envelopes in here this week. They are going to be Father's Day. And we're putting 25 in Father's Day. It's coming up so fast. And now we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, and 130 in Father's Day. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I filled up this tracker, but that doesn't, what, did I count wrong? No, I didn't. That's weird. I must have not filled it out one of the times. I must not have set 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 130. Okay, well, here we have it, folks. That's filled out. And then 4th of July, we're gonna put some money in here because that's also gonna be here before we know it. We're putting $10 in here, so we have 20. And then let's color in 2 of these stars. Looks like a kindergartner is coloring them. I really gotta get going on 4th of July. It's such a fun holiday for us. My husband's brother from Georgia is going to be coming up with his kids. I think they're going to be here on the 4th. They might be coming after, but yeah, it's going to be fun. That's it for holidays, guys. I just forgot. If you could hear my husband, he's out mowing. I'm sorry about that. We are going to move into my business binder. This part of it is my Etsy shop. Part of it is my Etsy shop paycheck. So I wanted to stuff this as well, which I don't think I wrote. Nope, I didn't. So we're going to start with supplies, and we're putting $10 in supplies. And so I need to fill out my tracker. So 6, maybe. We are doing 10, so we only have $10 in there. And then, whoops, we are doing shipping. We're also, nope, I messed up. Supplies is supposed to get 2 5s. I forgot. All of my business binder is getting 5s. And then shipping is also getting 10, but 2 5s. So we'll do this. And then equipment, we are putting $40 in equipment. So now we have 20, 40, 50, and 55 in equipment. This marker is not very good. I don't know what happened to my good marker. And then last but not least is giveaways, and that is going to get $10 as well. I forgot to subtract this 5 that I did have in there, and now we're adding 10. Perfect. And that is it for my business binder. I have this taxes envelope, but I just transferred it directly from my checking account to a bucket in Ally for taxes. All right, guys, last binder, but certainly not least, and I am making some changes while we are in it, is my beautiful blue Savings Challenge and Emergency Fund binder. So first one we're gonna do is emergency fund. And this week in the emergency fund, we're doing $30. So we'll do a 20 and a 10. So in our emergency fund now, we have 1,500, so 1,500 in the bank, 20, 40, 50, 65. So 1,565 currently in our bank. And my goal is to get to $2,000 again. So we did 30. So we have a ways to go. When this tracker is completed, we will have reached our goal of $2,000 in this emergency fund. 52 petals is next, and we are doing a total of 27. So 20, a 5, and 2 1s. And so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So we are doing 27, but I did it as 21 and 6. So I could do 2 of them. I know, that's silly, but that's what I want to do. So I'm going to do it. All right, dry. Next, we're going to stuff this June monthly savings, and we are doing $40, so 2 20s. And let's do pink. Perfect. And then this is where my change is coming in. When I got my daughter's bill, I decided I can't do this right now. I want to so badly, but I decided that we're going to focus on the things that we can focus on and not add more stress to my life. So I will get to these as soon as I can because they are gorgeous and I cannot wait to stuff them. But for now, we're going to just focus on what we have been doing and what works for us. And so, yeah. So then the next thing that we're going to do is Freebie Friday, and we are actually going to be stuffing $45 into Freebie Friday, and I am so excited. So this should be $45. Let's double check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and $45 for Freebie Friday. So super excited. I think doing less is going to help us save more, if that makes sense. I don't know. You just get overwhelmed. And I want to not be overwhelmed. So anyway, let's put this rainy day fund back. And with that, that concludes our cash stuffing video for today, you guys. I hope you have had an amazing week, and I hope Friday was kind to you. Please let me know what you guys are doing this weekend or what you have done this weekend, because as always, my cash stuffing video goes up on Sunday. So let me know what you guys did this weekend. Hopefully I have had a relaxing weekend and got some stuff done around the house. I don't have plans to go anywhere or do anything, which is absolutely amazing. So I just want to say thank you again for being here, for always supporting me. Yeah, and for just the kind words that you guys add into my comment section. You all mean the world to me. So thank you so much. With that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you know when I post. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye-bye.